We are in the golden age of ultra-thin watches. Records are continuously being shattered and timepieces are at a level of thinness that was unimaginable just a few years ago. For instance, at Watches and Wonders 2024, so last year, Piaget clinched the record with the thinnest tourbillon ever with the Altiplano Ultimate Concept Tourbillon. That watch was just 2 mm thick or thin. Well, just a year later, Bulgari recaptures this title and the bragging rights. The Bulgari Octo Finissimo Ultra Tourbillon measures an incredible thinness of 1.85 mm and is now the world's thinnest tourbillon watch available. Fabrizio, thanks for inviting us here and having a talk about that beautiful tourbillon that you guys designed. It looks like Bulgari is shattering all kind of records constantly.
Yeah.
But what does it take, to keep pushing the limits and to chase those microns?
Frank, I think is our brand DNA. Starting from the beginning with Sotirio, but even with George and Costantino, we start to play in jewelry with the different roles, with different kind of way of thinking, let me say. Breaking the rules and breaking the records is a bit our attitude. We were the first to use cabochon cut, colored gemstones, we were the first to use aluminum and caoutchouc in fine watches. We're the first to have the modern way to wear an ultra thin and finissimo watch on the wrist. So I think the Ultra is a bit an evolution is a consequence of our way of thinking. When you arrive each time with a new world record or with a different way to wear a grand complication watch, it's always wow, they make it again.
How does that affect your part in this entire Finissimo saga, the design, aesthetics? How challenging is that?
But the design and the Finissimo, honestly, it was at the end it was a parallel journey, because we start to think about the Finissimo with Guido and immediately after we imagine the aesthetics. It's not something that was born with the movement and after we create something around. It was just one concept. We have an amazing movement, we have to design something that is at the same level. But honestly, it was not like sometimes you see in the watchmaking industry we have a beautiful movement and we find to have a beautiful dress. In Bulgari, we have an idea, I make a sketch, I call Julian Lesentier, what do you think about that? Wow, it's amazing, go ahead. We start to develop the concept around the grand complication and immediately after we talk with the watchmasters and we play together. We are a bit different compared with the other brand. We are the agility of a Swiss independent watchmaking brand. With a certain kind of craziness, not just from my side, but even at the time with Antoine, with Guido, with Jean-Christophe as well, because otherwise you don't have a QR code on a barrel and you don't have all these kind of things. But even the idea of the Finissimo Ultra is a little bit crazy. So we have this kind of agility, but we have a huge brand, huge DNA on the back. So at the end, it's a very unique compromise. It's a very unique blend. Italian rules in terms of design, Swiss watchmaking know-how, with a small brand that is on a certain agility, able to create something like we've already done with MBNF, for example.
Yeah. So starting also with the design of the watch, and then from there to see how to the technical.
For the Ultra, for example, we started from the idea to have the thinnest watch on the market. Immediately, the watch masters present a layout about the movement, and I say, guys, honestly, this watch already exists. We need something. We need to push further the boundaries. They start to play with the dial opening, the bezel. I say, you don't have to take care about that. It's going to be an Octo. Because it's going to be an Octo in the soul, not just in the aesthetics. It's going to be a daring watch. It's going to be, we're going to break the dial opening. If you need a big barrel, you put the barrel when you must have the barrel. And after, we try to make the Octo shape around the technical features. And the watch was insane, honestly. The design was amazing with this big barrel, and after we arrived with the COSC, that it looks like, yes, nothing special, but to have a COSC certification on the Ultra, you need to certificate
yeah.
the watch, not the movement, because the movement is a part of the watch. The movement is a part of the main plate is the back case of the watch.
Yeah, but that's in more of the
Exactly.
Finissimos.
So they have to assembling a full watch to test it. They
Yeah.
don't need to test the movement, they test the watch. And after the tourbillon, we say we need something different. I remember very well the meetings. It was, what do you think? Is it possible to open, to have a see-through execution? And the two watchmasters to start to look at one and the other and say, can we? Yes, we try.
Okay.
So often our way of thinking is why not? But if you don't make the right questions, you don't start to have this kind of workflow, creative flow in your mind. Okay, you can do it, you're gonna open here, you're gonna open here, you can open the wheel, you can open this part and that part. At the end, we have a watch, the ultra thin watch, tourbillon execution with 4 crystal sapphire glasses. That honestly is a crazy thing, because one of the biggest constraints the ultra thin watches is the crystal sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
But for Bulgari, you know, we are never satisfied, so we don't have just one, but we have 3 on the back case and 1 on the dial side. So it was a big challenge. Even the place for the tourbillon cage, it looks at it's the same movement, but at the end is a brand new movement.
It looks very different because the COSC
Exactly.
was a regulator.
Yes.
And this has the hands coaxial.
Yes, we have just one dial, and I asked to open the dial to have a recall with our Octo striking, that you remember is the one with the 12 indexes, that is a part of the bridges, that is a part of the main plate. So just to have a connection with our iconic Octo watches. And now we have the watch. We are very happy. The Ultra is more in that way. You have the barrel and you have the big tourbillon cage.
Yeah.
And here you have the
Hours and minutes.
hours and minutes with 2 hands. Here you have a wheel, here you have another wheel. So when you see the Ultra, it's almost is always something like a square with the big circles, but the first one was with the hour and minute, the small second counter, the balance wheel and the big barrels.
Yeah.
So it's more like a square construction. This one is more like this kind of construction, because we have the big barrel, we have the tourbillon cage, we have the hour, minute and second, the hour and minute, we have wheels here, and is more like this kind of construction. So as you can see, we can play with the biggest technical constraints in a different way. That's why we say that we start immediately to talk with the watchmasters, because it's difficult for us to say that the idea is first and the movement of the movement is first, and after we arrive with the idea. For sure, sometimes the idea is first, but immediately after we start to develop the movement and the watch together.
Well, it's also a thing, you know, tourbillon with that thinness is not nothing.
But even for us, honestly, I don't remember how many years that we are behind the Octo Finissimo Ultra, maybe
You
5.
started in 2014, so
Yes, but we start before.
2011.
We start with the Octo Finissimo more or less more than 15 years ago, and with the Octo Finissimo Ultra I think more than 5 years ago, because you have to imagine the development behind. But still today, when we have with the watch in our hand, for us it's something that is it's insane, because we look at the watch from the dial side, it's a very three-dimensional watch with the bridges, with all the parts, and after we turn on the side we say, but still today for us it's missed. It seems that we missed the third dimension. The bracelet, it was another challenge with the die, with the opening on the buckles.
That works really well, by the way.
Yeah. The bracelet of the Finissimo is a part of the design of the watch. Honestly, still today I see few Octo Finissimo with the alligator strap. 99% of the watches that I see from collectors and from colleagues, that both the watch is with the titanium bracelet.
Plus also the overall look makes it so much better.
It's more well integrated. It's
Is there one specific thing that on this tourbillon was the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge is the skeleton execution for sure, because when you have this tungsten carbide main plate, you have to open and you have to find the perfect size of the glass. You need a specific technology to fix the glass on the case. For sure it was the biggest challenge, and from the beginning we say, okay, we will see. But at the end they achieved the target, and now we are very happy that we have this see-through execution on the Octo Finissimo Ultra Tourbillon. It's a real statement, honestly, because the idea was to change a bit after the first and the second, to change completely the look of the watch, the face of the watch.
But it came out very well.
Yes, we are very happy about that. I'm never satisfied, so we redesigned the wheels, we redesigned some bridges. For sure, when we put a tourbillon cage in a movement, everything has to turn around. They change the position of some parts, but honestly, we are very happy about the watch, because it's maybe it's the most wow effect on the Octo Finissimo Ultra.
At 1.85 millimeters,
yes,
definitely.
It's not bad at all.
It's not bad. Congratulations on that one.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
How on earth can you manage to get a tourbillon in a 1.85 millimeter case and manage to machine those parts and to put it together?
I think for creating this kind of piece is like a Formula One team. We have to try to beat every millimeter, every grams that we can have, and with the team we have to create this spirit of competition, and we appreciate also to have some competitors, because with this competitor we can improve also our product. And for this one we have to redefine completely the system of the tourbillon. For the rest, we can use the experience that we had with the previous Ultra watches, but the tourbillon, we have to imagine completely differently the cage, the organization of the part, and we have to do value analysis of each pieces to try to optimize, to try to have multifunctional pieces. And this was a great example to
in terms of the design and sort of reusing case parts, probably not really reusing, but at least the idea. There's of course the main plate that is also the case back.
Yes, that's what we did also for.
And it's made of a new material as well. How did you find out the material that it needs a lot of rigidity when it's that thin?
Exactly, and we tried different kind of raw material. First, we tried with titanium, but for this kind of diameter, it was not enough strong. And we tried also with ceramic, because we think strong, we think ceramic. But ceramic, it was too fragile. And because we want to pass some tests, we want that this part can be wear every day. And we have to find something new, and we use the same kind of raw material used for cutting tool with carbide tungsten, and with this we have something very strong, but also we need not only something strong, we need something more soft to be able to fix the strap, and for this we use titanium, and we mix both material, and combined we have the perfect material for this watch.
Well, we've seen the one that was done, the COSC version, that looks quite a lot like the new Ultra Tourbillon. Although now the Ultra Tourbillon is like having the hour and minute hands in one dial,
exactly,
coaxial, instead of being a regulator. That must have caused a few headaches, I can imagine.
Yeah, because in fact we have to find a place to put the tourbillon on the watch.
Yeah,
and the idea was to combine the two ends with minutes and hour, and to have I would say normal to have a normal display, and to have enough space to put the tourbillon. And also what we want to this new tourbillon is to put in the light, and we want to have something see-through. This was also the objective of these new watches, to say we want every time to add something new, because last one it was the COSC, this one we say what we can do different, and we say we want something see-through in very small pieces.
That looks very good. Another question about the tourbillon itself. how can you manage to have the entire tourbillon cage that thin? I mean, I'm reading here in your papers, it's just the cage is 1.18 millimeters thick.
Exactly. The previous one was 1.95, and we have this thickness was also the thickness of the full movement in 2018, and we have to close divide by 2, and it was a very difficult challenge because also during this last year some other brand has new patent also for tourbillon, and we have to take care about this, to try new concept and not to be in this kind of construction and to find new kind of construction.
What was the biggest nightmare or headache for you in constructing this watch?
To constructing, in fact, this tourbillon, not only because it's very, very small and we have to adjust for assembly. I think for watchmaker it's really difficult to assemble, but also for the construction it was to put in place with the previous one, because as you can see the system to transfer the energy is not on the same position, on the bottom, and we have to a new construction. We return in fact the tourbillon as we used to do, and we have to create this new watch with this new tourbillon cage.
Philippe, thank you so much for this explanation. It really made things much more clear to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.